Welcome to the third presentation in our series of applying to Lund University. In this session, we'll guide you through some key points to keep in mind before you start your application, helping you to make a complete, correct, and hopefully successful application for studies with us. To ensure a smooth application process and to make a complete and accurate application for studies with us, we advise you to begin your preparations well in advance of the deadlines. As we will outline in this presentation, some of the official documents or test results can take weeks or even months to be issued, so it's very important to plan ahead. If you, for example, need to take an English proficiency test, make sure to book this in good time before the application deadlines. Starting early also means that you will have time to correct any mistakes you may discover along the way. Before applying to university studies in Sweden, it's important to ensure that you meet the general entry requirements, as well as the program-specific requirements and any country-specific criteria for the program or programs that you are interested in. At master's level, your application will first be reviewed by University Admissions in Sweden to confirm that the general and country-specific requirements are met. Only after this initial approval of your application, it will be forwarded to the university for further evaluation. For bachelor level studies, the full assessment is made by University Admissions in Sweden, while for master's level studies, it's a two-step process. First, let's take a look at the general entry requirements. Both bachelor's and master's degree programs have general entry requirements, which you need to be aware of when making your application. In order to meet the general entry requirements to a bachelor degree program, students must have successfully completed upper secondary school or high school and be able to demonstrate English language proficiency. Please note you must be able to prove that you have successfully completed your upper secondary school studies by the document deadline in early February in order for your application to be considered. Conditional admission is not offered for bachelor level studies, which means that you need to apply in an application round that fits time-wise with your graduation and when you will have your final degree document. Now let's take a look at the general entry requirement for our master's degree programs. In order to meet the general entry requirements for a master's degree program, students must have been awarded a bachelor degree from an internationally recognized university and be able to demonstrate English language proficiency. Please note, conditional admission to students in their final year of the bachelor studies is offered by most of our programs, but please do not forget to submit an official document issued by your home university stating that you are currently enrolled as a final year student, in addition to the transcripts that you have thus far. If you are admitted to master's studies with us before you have completed your bachelor degree, you will receive conditional admission, which means that you will need to upload your final complete transcript and diploma before you begin your studies with us in late August or early September. Aside from the general entry requirements for university studies in Sweden, most programs also have program-specific requirements. Let's take a look at what this means. In most cases, students need to have earned a certain number of credits in one major or in specific subjects in order to fulfill the program-specific entry requirements. It has to be clear from your supporting documents that you meet the program-specific entry requirements, or the program that you have applied to may not be able to consider your application. Now let's take a look at understanding the country-specific requirements. In addition to the general and program-specific requirements, you also need to be sure to follow the country-specific requirements which apply to you. Students from different countries may need to fulfill certain specific academic requirements or provide supporting documents in ways that are unique for their country. In order to find out exactly what is needed, please visit the University Admissions in Sweden website and find the country information. Please note that the rules are based on the country where you have previously completed your studies, not based on your nationality or where you're currently living. Note also that if you have studied in more than one country, you may need to follow the instructions for several different countries. Here are some additional helpful tips to guide you as you prepare your application for studies at Lund University. Check the required documents and submission instructions carefully on the University Admissions and Lund University website to understand what is required for your application. Make sure your supporting documents are in order and can be easily gathered, especially those officially issued by your home university or upper secondary school. Gathering all the required documents may take some time, so it's a good idea to start early. Some schools may be closed in December or January, so try to secure your official documents ahead of time. Additionally, some documents may need to be submitted both in the original language and in official translations. Refer to the country-specific pages on the university admissions website to find detailed information for your country. Make sure to plan additional time for translations if needed. If you need to prove your English proficiency with a test such as IELTS or TOEFL, take the test as soon as possible or check if your previous test results are still valid. English proficiency must be proven by the document deadline, which coincides with the deadline for other documents and the application fee if applicable. Be sure to have a realistic plan for funding your stay in Sweden in case you are admitted. You can check the money and living cost section of our website for an estimated monthly budget for international students, as well as details on student discounts, banking, and more. And the tuition fee information can be found on the program web pages of the Lund University website. Once you've confirmed that you meet the general and program-specific entry requirements, and you have your documents in order as well as an initial plan for how to fund your stay in Sweden, you'll be ready to submit your application. Good luck!